Welcome back to Crypto 618 channel, and in today's video we're going to take a look at my #1 tracking and charting platform, Dexscreener. But before we get started, if you would like to see more of these videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. Let's get into it. So Dexscreener, I've been using this for some time now, and it's my go-to platform for doing all of my charting. Mainly to do with the Dex'S. You still use Trading View and a few of the other places, but Dexscreener is the one I like the most. So why do I like it? Let's have a look at some of the reasons here. So the first one, we'll jump into it. The first one is watch lists. So when you come to Dexscreener.com, you've got this little area here. You can collapse the menu and you can expand that out. And you've got a search button, and you can actually do the / anyway. So if you press /, it just pops up on the screen and you can do a search. Just be careful when you search. I always recommend trying to get the actual token itself and not searching for the token, because there's a lot of scam coins and they can trick you into choosing the wrong one. So just try and start with token. So the first thing is you've get this screen here, which is basically the screener. It has everything. It has the token and has the two pairs. So you've got, for example, WBNB and USDT. It tells you what they are, and you can see the little icons, and that represent BNB and PancakeSwap. So it tells you little icons on the different chains, different networks. It's got price, transactions, and volume. This is all under activity. And then you got the price change within 5 minutes, 1 hour, 6 hours, 24 hours, liquidity, and fully diluted valuation. So you can come down here to the this little toggle switch, and it says last 24 hours. You can change it to like 5 minutes, an hour, 6 hours, and 24 hours. And then we can get really advanced. You can click on rank and filter, and you can really drill down into things that you're looking for just by typing it in here and clicking on apply. So that's pretty cool. We'll have a look at watch lists first. So you come along to watch lists, and I've created one already, which is called main list. You can change it to anything you want. So you'll have one by default. You come along here and you go manage my lists, and let's say I want to create a new list. Let's call it DGen, for example. We press create list, and now we have a new list. So it's empty. We can edit the name of it and we can delete it. So then what we want to do is, let's say we want to add to that list. So let's find something we want to do. I don't know, let's say Splash. Let's have a look at Splash, which is on Avalanche. So this token's been dropping pretty heavy. Yeah, after they come back from their exploit recently, they've just listed, but I didn't get into it, and they've just been selling out this token, which I thought would happen. Who knows, it might come back, but it's been selling out since. So you can see it's been going down. And if we now want to make that in the watch list, all we need to do is click add or remove from watch list. So we click on this and we select DGen. So you can actually have two different watch lists, for example. So I've added that now. So if I go back to watch lists, you got the main list. I can now switch to DGen, and now I've got Splash in there. And as soon as I click it, it takes me straight into that token. So that's pretty cool. So that's how basically you do the watch list. You control it from here. If I want to take it out of the watch list, I select it again and just take the tick out there, and now it's removed from that watch list. I can add it again just by selecting it, just like that. So that's pretty easy to work with a watch list, and you can come along here, have a look at your watch list by selecting the list, and then if you want to delete it, you just go back into manage, and you can press delete to delete that list. So it's pretty straightforward how to do that. Okay, so, and you can't delete the main list. Just remember that the very first list you have, you can't delete. It's only the new ones that you add. So let's have a look at the next thing, which is the alerts. So with the alerts, this feature is pretty cool. So what you can do is you come along here and you create a new alert. Now this is what's already in here. So this says here that the alert me when the price goes over 0.0329. It was created about half an hour ago, and it was last triggered 30 minutes ago. So currently this is disabled, but it's very easy. I can click on the delete, and now it says use this set price alerts to create it. So what we do is, let's say we go and have a look at, say for example, wrapped ETH. This is Ethereum on Uniswap against USDC, wrapped Ether. So let's say we want to set it. So you see this set price alerts, we just select that. And let's say we want it to say just if it goes above this value here, we create the alert. And then we press close. And what will happen is the moment that price goes above the alert, you'll get alert. You'll need to have notifications on in your browser for that to happen. So that's one way you can see you've got manage price alerts there. And if we go back to alerts, you can see it's created and it says alert me when the price is over that value. So we'll see if that triggers while we've got it happening. So that's how you can use the simple alert function. The next one we want to look at is the charts in depth. So this is the main charting area, and we can scroll. I'm just using the mouse here. We can just scroll. The main functions is basically, you've got up here the intervals, so you can have 1 minute all the way through to a day, for example. If you want to select different values, you just select this drop down and you can choose, and you can also have your favorites. I like 1 day, 1 hour and 15 minutes. That is usually what I go to. So you can see the pattern, the chart there. We can change from line chart to candle, and you've got other options. I prefer candles. You've got all your indicators here. You can search for them and add them, which is pretty cool. So if you want to put a moving average on, you come along and click moving average, and that's that little blue line there that we can see. If we want to modify that, we can come up here and press the little tiny cog. And then what will happen is we can change the color if we don't like that to maybe, I don't know, let's say a purple color. And maybe we want to make it, a different type of line. So we can change the actual line details, stuff like that. So, and also we can change the length. So it's a 9-day moving average, but we can change the details on there as well. We just click OK. So that's what you can do there, and then you just click on X to get rid of that. So you've got indicators, templates, you can do all that sort of stuff. A couple of all your options down here, all the different tools you can use. So you can draw on the chart, for example, like that, or you can just delete it using that. So you've got all your functionality down the left hand side, and that can be sometimes collapsed here. So you can just open that up, show the drawing bar. And down the bottom, you've got all your different ranges. You can have like the last 5 days, for example, the last day, what's been happening, or the last year, for example. So you can easily select these presets, or you can just use the mouse to move and then drag left and right drag across there. So that's pretty easy to operate the charts. And of course, you've got your time periods down here, and over on the right hand side, you've got your pricing values. The other section that you have, this area on the right hand side, this here gives you all the details about the pair. So you got the price, the current price here. This is always USD, and this will be a different price according to the token. Liquidity, this is your fully diluted valuation. Market cap, and then this is cool, you've got the 5 minute, 1 hour, 6 hours and 24 hours. So in the last 24 hours we can see that buys and sells are very similar. 4,400 transactions, 394 million volume. Last 5 minutes, 9.9 million volume, and this is on Ethereum on the Uniswap. So it's actually getting all those transactions coming through, which is pretty cool. You can set up Telegram price alerts and a price bot if you want to do some more stuff with the alerts for the price. You've also got your pair information here, so you can copy the pair. This is the actual contract, and this is the contract for the ETH, and this is how much pooled ETH. So is basically 43,701 wrapped ETH in here, and it gives you an approximate value of 43 million. So that's pretty handy, and you've got some more functions here, down here, where you can trade on Uniswap and do some extra functions. Sometimes it tells you a little bit about the actual token itself. So that's pretty cool. And the bottom section here, you just slide that up, and this is all the recent trades. So if let's say we go to 15 minutes, you can see now the chart. This is at 15 minutes, and we can see the last lot of trades. So this just happened a few seconds ago. There was a sell order. They sold 2 ETH. or 2 wrapped ETH, and that was the price and the transaction number. If you click that, it'll take you straight to the transaction number, and then you just click and drag that down like so. So that's pretty cool. Another one is the multi-charts. I like this as well. So with multi-charts, you start off with a blank screen, which we can do that again. So we'll just press delete, and we'll press delete again. So this is what it will look like. You got 16 slots. You can click on add chart. Let's say we want to look at Sphere is on against Wrapmatic, and then maybe another chart over here. Let's look at Crow USDC, for example. So what this does now is you've got 2 charts side by side. You can actually put a lot more, and you control columns just up here by pressing plus and minus. So you can change those settings and make it any way you like. This is handy for seeing multiple charts on the screen at the same time, and of course you can still modify the charts as you would normally if they were full screen charts. Okay, the next one is the trends. So if you have a look at the trends, this is pretty cool. And what it does is detect the latest things that's happening on there. So it looks for things for different prices. So this tells you that the price for this particular one is down 20% in the last hour. It also looks at when price is up in different time frames, when volume is increased, and it uses basically a mixture of price and volume, and it tells you whether it's gone up or down in a period of time. And you can choose different networks. So for example, we can click on well, actually these little buttons here go to the Telegram, and it will tell you alerts in the Telegram channel of when these signals come through. So that's always handy if you want to be trading. The next one is new pairs. So if we have a look at new pairs, what this is every time there's new pairs listed, they then appear on the screen. So this is on the last 6 hours, and if we have a look, this here we've got by volume. So in the last 6 hours, Budverse, which is on, if you have a look here, this looks like it's Budverse wrapped ETH, and if we click on that in a second, so this tells you the age. So it's about 3 hours old, 1.6 million volume, and in the last 24 hours, the price has gone up significantly, 28 million volume there. So we could click on that and have a look at the chart, and you also get this warning that it's in the last 24 hours, and it's on the 1 minute chart, so you can see that since it started, it's had this increase. But always be careful with any new token, because sometimes it could be in the lock liquidity, and you can check if you go to like down here and click on scan on token sniffer. This will help you out to check out if something's a scam. So you can always go along here, do the whole I'm not a robot, come down, and it does have a look at the thing, tells you whether or not there's any buy or sell fees, it talks about ownership, renounce, holder analysis. So there is holders that actually hold more than 5%, and you can see the liquidity. There is 445 ETH, and that's on Uniswap. That's not a problem. But it's basically what they're saying here is that liquidity can be pulled because it doesn't seem to be locked. So you would have to investigate that further, because essentially they trick you into either getting into these projects and you can't actually sell. But if we have a quick look here, you can see most are buys. There is some sells, so it doesn't look like a honeypot at all, but you never know, they could pull liquidity on that. So that's what these little tools are for. So that is with the new pairs. Just be careful with the new pairs, because you don't want to be getting into stuff you don't know, but it is handy to discover new projects if you're not sure about them, and then do further research. Okay, the next one is gainers and losers. We click on that one, and this will tell you the top gainers, and you can select different platforms, but essentially it'll tell you in the last 24 hours, for example, and you can control that down here by changing this drop down and also the rank and filter. But this tells you how much these tokens have gone up, and you can also get an idea of the liquidity. So this one here, Arc World, 58 million, or this one 733 million, and also liquidity is a good indicator as well. So yeah, you might want to check that out, but it is very cool to find interesting new tokens, and this is one way of finding them, just by going through every day and having a look at what's new, something catches your eye. So that covers it for the main key points for it. There is some extra stuff. It supports like 38 networks, and probably by the time you see this video there'll be more. So the way we can see that is if you scroll down, you can see all the different networks here on the left, and you can actually select any of those networks and look at what's happening on that network. So if we look on Avalanche, it'll show all the Dex'S up here, and you can even filter down. So if we look at Elk Finance, we can see exactly all the transactions that are happening on that network, and the volume, everything, and what's being actually traded on there. So that is really cool that you can do that, and you can check out any of them. So that's cool. It's free to use. At the moment, they don't have any sort of paid things that I can see. There is a donation button down here, so you can click on that and you can donate to them if you like. But it is a really cool platform. Fully featured charting. So we went through that before. The charts, they don't hold anything back, and essentially is pretty much you can do anything with the charting, which is really good. It might not have some premium charting features, but it does most of the normal stuff that you would need to do. Also, it does that recent trade activity. So when you bring up a particular chart, so let's say we bring up this one here, which is a wrap BNB to USDT, and we look at the trade activity, we can just drag this up and we can see what's happening with the trade activity. That's that part there. And statistics on pairs, which I covered, also the link to third-party services and that additional information. So over here it'll say you can trade on Pancake, search on Twitter, search on Google, and you can check Pancake swap info, which is handy, Stay, Safu, Token Cipher, Honeypot, Analyzer Bot. So there's different ones that they have all the time, and you can just select those and go through and check out what they say. So that's what I really like about this platform. And as I said, it's the #1 tracking and charting platform I use for all the Dex'S. So it is pretty cool. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Do you use Dex'Screener? Are you willing to give it a go and try it out? Or do you just mainly stick with exchanges like Binance or something like that? Yeah, I'd just love to hear your thoughts on what you think of it. If there's any extra features that you like that's not here, maybe that you would like to see here, that'd be cool too. And that's it for today's vid. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the like button. And if you would like to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. That'd be awesome. And if you want to support the channel, you can come along here and click on support the channel. And we've got a private Discord group that you can join, and we cover a lot of projects in here and do live streams every week and lots of fun stuff. And also you can come along to the website, which is crypto618.1, and on there I post all my latest videos. You can subscribe easily just by clicking subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and that will give you my videos instantly sent to you in the inbox. So I think that covers it for today. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks very much. Bye.